Well, hey, Beth, it's Jamie. That's me here, honey. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to yet another quick chat. Okay, today on the quick chat, we're going to be talking about Kanye West because, girl, he is letting Miss Kim Kardashian and the public have it over there on his Instagram page. He has put up quite a few posts, okay, text messages and all. He has a lot of things to say, and understand that a lot of this is stemming from his daughter being on TikTok. I know that recently Kim Kardashian and his daughter took to TikTok to do like a little video to a song about being in love with the emo girl or something like that. So he's feeling a way about that. He's already been very vocal about his daughter at the age that she's at being on TikTok and accessible in that manner. So he does not like that, all right? I believe it became a big thing, so much so that actually TikTok started to do a little bit of investigating on their own, okay? So he has definitely had a problem with that. So for her, I'm not gonna lie, Miss Kim, I'm looking at you sideways, just a big girl, because you know Kanye has an issue with his child being on TikTok, right? So with her being on TikTok, it ends up transitioning to like just fun videos to her having on the black lips with the black eyes and the whole rock kiss type of look she got going on, and then she's over here singing this song and you're participating in it. So it's like, it makes me wonder if this is something that you were doing to get a reaction out of Kanye. Like, did you do this for reaction purposes only? I don't know, but we will say Kanye has a lot to say about it. Okay, so he actually took a screenshot of this particular video where Northwest and Kim are both in this video. And he says, I told y'all before about this TikTok stuff. Now my 8-year-old daughter on here singing, she fell in love with the emo girl. Leftists don't want fathers to have no say in our children's lives. I don't want my kids at Godless Sierra Canyon School. I got a voice and I'm not having this. And Perez Hilton, you still ain't answer my question and never put my name next to the word abuse, okay? Don't play with my name like that. I'm a real person who wants the best for my children. And DL Hughley, I was like, girl, not DL. Not DL, what you done did to get down up here? What you done did? Because he on your head top too. All right, so he says, and DL Hughley is a pawn. Yeah, I know a king not supposed to address a pawn, but I address everything and find addresses, DL. So don't speak on me or my children. I can afford to hurt you. So it sounds like Kanye West was actually sending a threat over there to DL Hughley. Now, girl, he did take to his social media where he ended up reposting a old TMZ clip of DL Hughley where I believe he ended up fainting or something while he was on stage or something like that. Then he also posted screenshots of DL Hughley, like images or like a search from Google, and then says, hey, DL Hughley lives in Calabasas. Well, ain't God good? So I don't know what that's about. I don't know if he plans on seeing DL or whatever, but I know he has already expressed his disdain for him and whatever actions. I don't even know what DL Hughley done did. So if y'all know, hop in the comments and let your girl know, because I'm like, how DL done got into the mess? Okay, how did he get dragged into everything that's going on? All right, so Kanye is being extremely vocal on his social media, letting Kim know what he does not like, letting the people know how he plans on still being active in his kids' life, no matter what they're out here trying to do. Now, there is a video that Kanye West, quite a few that he put out, and we're going to get to that. But before we get to that, let's finish up with the rest of the messages that he put up on his page, okay? Because he ended up posting this one saying, they trying to use North against you. It seems like this is what somebody sent to him. They know that's your only trigger. They aren't using the other kids because they aren't old enough and are pretty much babies, okay? Saint on TikTok wouldn't trigger you as much because he's your son, and our boys have us in them. So obviously this is a guy messaging him. He says, North and Shy pull on your heartstrings the most because they are the delicate children. They're girls and we are protectors due to our knowledge of women being abused in this world. Okay, everything you say, no, and then he cuts it off at that point. Now, I don't know who's messaging him, but I will be honest, when I saw that video, it did make me think. Right, because I think the video dropped it either dropped yesterday or hours before Kanye put out his own opinion about it. And I was like, Kanye did already address that situation. Now, at first I was like, okay, yeah, kids should be able to have have their own page. Like, why does it have to be that big deal since that's the limelight that, her mom is in and everything. But still, it is kind of like she shouldn't have her own page or anything like that. Like, it really should just be, I mean, maybe it could be a shared account, which it looks like it is a shared account. But when you're doing little stuff like this, it gives me side eye and it makes me think, Did you really do this to get his attention, to piss him off even more? Because you know that's going to trigger him. So whoever's sending him this message, I kind of see where they coming from, girl. All right, but let's keep going, okay? Because Kanye West ended up putting this screenshot up of North, who was also in that video with her mom. And he says, my daughter will not be led by people who don't believe in God. Okay. He says, I am in a very good place and a very God place inside the will of God. I am being still right now. He says, this all feels like a setup. They want me to react. I flew back from Miami and none of my kids are coming to Sunday service. I am public about this because we are a famous praying and express. We are a famous praying. I guess he meant to say family and expressing how I have no rights to my children is the only thing I can legally do. Okay. So this is what Kanye is saying. And I'll be honest, I didn't read the captions before I gave my commentary. You know, I just went ahead and grabbed things because it was so much that was going on. I'm seeing stuff over here, seeing stuff over there. And it's just interesting because I'll be honest, as I just looked at the video and saw it, it made me feel like, are y'all triggering him? And then now when I'm reading this, that's what he's preaching. Okay. That's what he's talking about. That's what he's quote unquote ranting about, is that they are trying to trigger him and acting as though he has no rights and he has no say in, you know, what happens, you know, with his child or his children. Okay. So let's continue to go on because he also dropped some other messages, right? And this one says, and he sent it to Kim's other phone saying, when I say bring my kids somewhere, I'm not going through this anymore. He says, why the F is it up to you where my kids are if we so-called have joint custody? Okay. He goes on in the caption and says, my dad won't even call Kim. I don't speak to most of my family because they've been allowing this kind of behavior. I am in no way trying to get this woman back. I've moved on with my life. I just feel culturally there's a bunch of white privileged people forcing the upbringing of a bunch of black children. I've seen a bunch of celebrities speak up against me, but it ain't been no one other than Candace Owens that ever said that any of this bitter baby mama behavior is wrong. So it seems like a lot of people are speaking out against him. But I do recall that tweet when Candace Jones was definitely on his side and agreeing with him and feeling as though that little girl, North, is too young to have a TikTok. Okay, so there's that. That's something that he said. And obviously he feels like his family is condoning this behavior, which is one of the reasons why he hasn't been in contact with them in some time. Okay. He also goes on to give us more details. And he says, this is another message to Kim. He was pretty much saying that he gave her enough time to bring the kids, right? I did read this one. So he says, I got the stylist looking. I put it all in one bag. I moved Sunday service to 10 a.m. tomorrow so I could go to Saints game. He says, this is where I gave the time of service with more than enough time to get the children there. Why is this okay? Because of my political opinions, question mark? Because I'm a man, question mark? Because they poke at the idea of my mental health, question mark? Why is this okay? Is what Kanye is asking. All right. Now, at some point, there was a video. Well, I'm going to play the video, but at some point, Pete did comment and he gave his thoughts. But before we get to Pete and his thoughts, I want to go ahead and play the video clip of Kanye and the things he had to say. Now, y'all know he ended up seeking out some advice from Tory Lanez of all people. And I'll let him tell you guys what he had to say. So go ahead and check this out.
Hey, everybody. I just got off the phone with Kim. I told her to stop antagonizing me with this TikTok thing. I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family, and media tries to promote something. I said, I'm not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney. I have a say-so. And then when people say, oh, they're going to use this for you in court, I didn't have a say-so on whether or not they went to Sierra Canyon. Most men do not. There's no such thing as 50-50 custody with in society today. That's not even, it always leans towards the mom. But right now, and I'm happy that you guys got to see just a small piece of what I dealt with. You understand what I'm saying? So when we had the Donda 2 release in Miami, I got a flight for all my kids to come from Calabasas to come in Miami to see the kids. Then assistant hit me and said, all the kids, they said the kids are there. When the plane took off, I got a text from Kim that said, North won't be on the plane. You see, this is the kind of stuff that's just like the Chicago birthday party. And I'm glad that y'all saw in the variety piece what I have to deal with. Here go another thing. The Doves high school basketball game. We hold one in California. My daughter loves basketball. I want her to see the league that her father is starting. North can't go to that game. Now we got Sunday service this morning at 10 a.m. and it's North had a sleepover, so she can't come to Sunday service. I moved the Sunday service up to 10 a.m. so that I can go to Saints soccer game at 12:30. Move the entire thing. So I called different people I knew, and the best advice I got right now was from Tory Lanez, and he just said to pray and ask for God to speak through me. You know, I got 4 children, and there's so many people who don't have a voice and have the opportunity to be able to speak up. And just, God, if it is in your will, you know, touch the people that are currently watching my children, whatever sleepovers at, wherever they are at, the various nannies that watch all the children, and touch them and say, please bring my children to Sunday service this morning at 10 a.m. You know, God, this is out of my hands. It's up to you. This whole conversation of custody, this whole narrative, gaslighting, you know, all of this. It's like right now, this is up to you. I thank you for putting me in a position to be able to make Sunday service and put this online and have my family, you know, be there. My children be there to hear about God, to sing about God, to sing about Jesus Christ, for us to be able to have the first right, the freedom of speech in America to still talk about God out loud. This morning, God, please, you know, there's no reason why these young children, upon their father's request, shouldn't be allowed to come to Sunday service. At this point, it's going too far. God, please. The boyfriend texts me, antagonizing me, bragging about being in bed with my wife. I thought it publicly for a year and a half. I've been dragged, and how she's not my wife. She don't have a last name. And now he texting me, talking and bragging about how he's in bed with my wife. And I'm like, well, who's watching my children if he's texting me, bragging about being in bed with my wife? And I thought this wasn't my wife no more legally, since I got I got the lawyer to finally finish the divorce. Because every time I finish the show, the Free Hoover show, the next day she dropping the last night. Every time I do something positive, it's some negative that's coming. I go and get the laptop from Ray J. Then she joking about divorce. I go and get the lawyer, change the lawyer so we can finally do the divorce. And then somehow I'm the one that's the stalker. God, I just need to protect you protect the children. I know our nannies, some of them are Christian. You touch them, please, God, today, and have them bring my children to Sunday service this morning. The devil ain't gonna win. You get what I'm saying? This is gaslighting. Kim gets black people out of prison. You know who puts black people in prison? The person that the boyfriend has a tattoo of, Hillary. You understand the setup right here? You understand the narrative right here? God, please, in your son's name, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, please make sure my kids come to Sunday service. Please. Amen.
All right, y'all just heard Kanye and his prayer. Okay. Girl, I don't know what to make of it or what to say, honey. What it did look like at some point during there, it looks like he took a step back because and came back to the live to give his thoughts. It made me think that he possibly went on to cry, like he stopped the camera because he was about to tear up and cry and stuff and then get back into the moment. Not Not sure, but obviously to me, I do think that he's hurting. Like, even if we do think that he has a mental issue, whatever it is that people want to think about him, like, they still his kids, okay? So yeah, he can be hurt by not seeing his kids and being able to spend time with them, and not having much of a say, or feeling like you don't have much of a say of what happens with them when they have quote unquote joint custody. But he went on to say a lot of stuff where he done called out Hillary and stuff, talk about Kim getting people out of jail. But meanwhile, Hillary, the person that put him in jail, and are y'all mad because I didn't support Hillary? Like, is this all over political views and stuff? Girl, it's a lot going on. But I want y'all to hop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts about everything you heard Kanye say. Now, he also mentioned how Pete ended up texting him, talking about how he was in bed with his wife. Now, Pete decided that he was going to drop the proof of what it is that Kanye said, but he also dropped additional info as well from that particular text thread that he sent over to his good friend, Dave Cyrus, okay? And this is what he said. He sent this to Ye. He says, yo, it's Skeet. It's the fact that he referenced himself as Skeet too. He says, yo, it's Skeet. Can you please take a second and calm down? It's 8 a.m. and it don't got to be like this, okay? Kim is literally the best mother I've ever met. What she does for those kids is amazing, and you are so effing lucky that she's your kid's mom. I've decided I'm not going to let you treat us this way anymore, and I'm done being quiet. So grow the F up, right? Kanye said, oh, you using profanity. Where are you right now? He said, in bed with your wife. So rude, so nasty, so rude. So nasty, so rude, okay? And Kanye says, well, happy to see you're out the hospital and rehab. He goes on to say, same here. It's wonders what those places do when you go get help. You should try it. I'm in LA for the day. If you want to stop being a little internet BIT boy and talk, okay? So it looks like he wants to talk. What else does Kanye go on to say? Pete says, you don't scare me, bro. Your actions are so pussy and embarrassing. It's so sad to watch you ruin your legacy on the daily. Kanye says, you're more than welcome to Sunday service. You're more than welcome to come to Sunday service. Pete says, why don't we meet after Sunday service in Saints game? I'll be at the Beverly Hills somewhere. We can have food and talk it out in my room, privately, one-on-one, man to man. What you're doing to your family is dangerous and going to scar them for life. Please handle these matters privately, bro. I beg you. Kanye says, listen, you want to see me, honey, come to Sunday service, all right? And this is where Pete continues to go on, and he says, this isn't public, dude, okay? I'm not here for pictures and press, which is obviously all you care about. My offer stands. I wish you'd man up for once in your life. Let me help you, man. I struggle with mental stuff too. It's not an easy journey. You don't have to feel this way anymore. There's no shame in having a little help. You will be so happy and at peace. He says, you have no idea how nice I've been to you despite your actions towards me. I've stopped SNL from talking about or making fun of you, which they've wanted to do for months. Okay. He also goes on to speak on how he stopped comedians, right? He says that I've stopped comedians from doing bits about you because I don't want the father of my girl's kids to look bad out there. I have your back, even though you treat me like SHI, because I want everything to be smooth. But if you continue to press me like you have for the past 6 months, I'm going to stop being nice, is what Pete had to say. Ooh, child. This is messy. This is messy. I want to know you all's thoughts, and if you felt as though with Pete being the boyfriend, quote unquote, to Kim Kardashian, do you feel that he should have actually reached out to Kanye and spoke to him, or try to check him about how he's handling the matters when it comes to his family and his ex-wife? Right? I want to know you all's thoughts about this. Do you feel like, maybe Pete overstepped his boundaries, texting Kanye and trying to check him, getting him help and things, and then trying to reduce it down to him just having a mental issue when he really just wants to spend time with his children? I want to hear you all's thoughts about this situation. I have yet to see Kim Kardashian actually take to social media and share her thoughts at all. But what I have seen was someone from DL Hughley's team actually come out and say some things. Now, y'all know that he called out DL Hughley for whatever reason. He even said, God doesn't love you. He said a lot of things in this message, and also says that I can afford to hurt you, baby. So be very careful. Well, it looks like somebody from his team, Van Lathan Jr., maybe not from his team, but maybe an affiliate, right? From DL Hughley's team. He says, spoke to DL Hughley this morning. He doesn't think threats to his family or professional slander are funny and is going to deal with them accordingly. He told me he will be making a statement very soon as well. Okay, so girl, I feel like we haven't heard the last of this. It's gonna be some more drama that's going on over there on the west side, literally. Okay, over there with the west and everything else, girl. Okay, so y'all go ahead and hop down in these comments. Let me know your thoughts about Kanye West and this outburst. Okay, if you feel like it's a rant or whatever, or if it's a plea, let me know your thoughts about him pleading to have his children and having a say so in his children's lives and wanting his kids to be a part of what's it called, Soul Sundays or whatever he out here doing on Sundays, honey. Hop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about everyone involved and him getting advice from Tory Lanez. That's all that I have. I'm Jamie. That's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie. That's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.